Starting off our list is Deshaun Watson, the former 12th overall pick in the 2017 NFL Draft by the Houston Texans. Watson quickly became one of the most dynamic quarterbacks in the league, earning 3 Pro Bowl selections and even leading the NFL in passing yards in 2020. His ability to extend plays and make magic happen outside the pocket made him a franchise cornerstone. But in 2022, he shocked the NFL by signing a fully guaranteed $230 million deal with the Cleveland Browns, one of the most controversial contracts in history. That means whether he plays, gets injured, or even struggles, he gets every single dollar. However, his off-field controversies cost him major endorsements. Nike dropped him, but he still holds deals with Rolex and Beats by Dre. The big question is, can he return to his Pro Bowl form and justify this massive contract? Next up is Kyler Murray, the first overall pick in the 2019 NFL Draft by the Arizona Cardinals. Murray immediately made an impact, winning NFL Offensive Rookie of the Year and becoming a 2-time Pro Bowler. With elite speed, pinpoint accuracy, and an electrifying play style, he quickly became one of the most exciting young quarterbacks in the league. That's why the Cardinals locked him in with a $230.5 million deal, just slightly larger than Watson's. But this contract came with controversy. His deal originally included a study clause requiring him to watch film for at least 4 hours a week. The internet went crazy, and the Cardinals eventually removed it. Off the field, Kyler is still making serious money. He has a major Nike deal, is partnered with Body Armor, and is even a member of FaZe Clan, proving he's a beast on and off the field. Coming in at number 8 is Russell Wilson, the 75th overall pick in the 2012 NFL Draft by the Seattle Seahawks. Wilson is one of the biggest draft steals of all time, proving doubters wrong by becoming a 9-time Pro Bowler and leading the Seahawks to a Super Bowl victory in 2014. Known for his deep ball accuracy, elite mobility, and clutch performances, Wilson led the NFL in passing touchdowns in 2017. But when he was traded to Denver in 2022, expectations were sky high. The Broncos gave him a $242.6 million contract, expecting him to turn them into contenders. Instead, Denver has struggled, leading many to question whether this deal was a mistake. But Wilson is still winning financially, with sponsorship deals from Nike, Bose, Wilson Sporting Goods, and Mercedes-Benz. He remains one of the most marketable QBs in the league. Jalen Hurts went from being a second-round pick to a franchise quarterback in just a few years. Drafted 53rd overall in 2020, many questioned whether he had what it took to be a long-term starter in the NFL. But Hurts proved the doubters wrong in 2022, leading the Eagles to the Super Bowl, earning a Pro Bowl nod, and finishing as the NFL MVP runner-up. His elite dual-threat ability makes him one of the most difficult quarterbacks to defend, and he set the NFL record for most rushing touchdowns by a QB in a single season with 15. That's why the Eagles rewarded him with a $255 million contract, making him the highest-paid player in NFL history at the time. Even crazier, Hurts negotiated this deal himself. No agent, no problem. Off the field, he's just as dominant, securing endorsements with Nike, Hulu, Lemon Perfect, and Beats by Dre. But the real test, can Hurts lead the Eagles back to the Super Bowl and finish the job? Josh Allen is the definition of a modern-day gunslinger. Drafted 7th overall in 2018. Allen was seen as a raw talent with a massive arm, but many doubted his accuracy. That's all changed in 2020 when he led the Bills to the NFC Championship, was named second-team All-Pro, and finished as an MVP candidate. Since then, he's become one of the most electrifying quarterbacks in the league, setting the Bills' franchise record for passing touchdowns and holding the record for the fastest quarterback to reach 150 total touchdowns in NFL history. Buffalo locked him in with a $258 million deal over 6 years, making him one of the highest paid QBs ever. Off the field, Allen is making major money with endorsements from Nike, Gatorade, New Era, and Verizon. But one thing is still missing: a Super Bowl ring. Can Allen finally bring the Lombardi Trophy to Buffalo? Lamar Jackson changed the game the moment he stepped onto an NFL field. Taken 32nd overall in the 2018 draft, Jackson was doubted by scouts who claimed he should switch positions. But by 2019, he had shattered records, won NFL MVP, and led the Ravens to the best record in the league. He holds the record for most single-season rushing yards by a QB with 1,206, and he became the fastest quarterback in history to reach 5,000 passing yards and 2,000 rushing yards. After years of contract negotiations, Lamar finally secured a $260 million deal, negotiating the contract himself. No agent. Off the field, he's a major brand with endorsements from Under Armour, Oakley, and Fanatics. The only question left: can Lamar finally get past the playoffs and win a Super Bowl? Justin Herbert came into the league and broke records immediately. Taken 6th overall in 2020, he was expected to sit behind veteran Tyrod Taylor. But an unexpected start changed everything. He dominated from day one, setting the NFL record for most passing yards by a rookie QB, earning NFL Offensive Rookie of the Year honors and making the Pro Bowl in 2021. Herbert holds the record for the most passing yards in a QB's first 3 seasons with 14,089 and is the fastest quarterback in NFL history to reach 10,000 passing yards. Because of his elite production, the Chargers rewarded him with a $262.5 million deal, making him the highest paid player in the league, at least for a few months. Off the field, Herbert has major endorsement deals with Nike, Bose, and FedEx, making him one of the most marketable young QBs in the game. But now comes the real challenge. Can he finally lead the Chargers to playoff success? Joe Burrow completely transformed the Bengals franchise the moment he arrived. Drafted 1st overall in 2020, he was expected to bring Cincinnati out of mediocrity, and he did just that. After suffering a major knee injury as a rookie, Burrow bounced back in 2021 to win NFL Comeback Player of the Year. He led the Bengals to an AFC championship and took them to their first Super Bowl appearance in over 30 years. Burrow is known for his elite accuracy, pocket presence, and clutch performances, and that's why the Bengals gave him a $275 million contract, making him the highest-paid player in NFL history at the time. With endorsements from Nike, Fanatics, and Lowe's, Burrow is already a global superstar, and with his signature style and confidence, he's becoming one of the most marketable athletes in the NFL. But the big question is, can he bring Cincy their first ever Super Bowl win? Trevor Lawrence just tied Burrow for the biggest contract in NFL history. Drafted 1st overall in 2021, he was labeled a once-in-a-generation quarterback, being compared to legends like Peyton Manning and Andrew Luck. After a rough rookie season under Urban Meyer, Lawrence took off in 2022, leading the Jaguars to an AFC South title and making the Pro Bowl. His elite arm talent, leadership, and ability to make clutch plays have convinced Jacksonville that he's their franchise quarterback for years to come. That's why the Jaguars bet big on him with a $275 million contract, locking him in for the future. Off the field, Lawrence is already a rising star, securing endorsement deals with Adidas, Gatorade, and Bose. But the big question remains, is he truly elite? Or is Jacksonville betting too much on potential? And at number 1, it's Patrick Mahomes, the king of the NFL. Drafted 10th overall in 2017, Mahomes sat behind Alex Smith for a year before taking over, and from that moment on, he dominated the league like no one else. Mahomes is already a 3-time Super Bowl champion, 2-time MVP, and 3-time Super Bowl MVP, and he's still only in his prime. His elite arm strength, playmaking ability, and clutch performances have made him the most dangerous quarterback in the NFL. That's why the Chiefs locked him in with a jaw-dropping 10-year, $450 million contract, the largest in NFL history. Off the field, Mahomes is just as dominant, with massive endorsement deals from State Farm, Adidas, Oakley, Coors Light, and even Head & Shoulders. With multiple Super Bowls already under his belt, this might be the best contract investment in NFL history. But the real question is, how many more rings can Mahomes win before his contract is up? And that's a wrap on the top 10 biggest contracts in NFL history. Who do you think will sign the next record-breaking contract? Will it be Caleb Williams? CJ Stroud? Drop your predictions in the comments. And don't forget, like, subscribe, and join the movement for more content on the biggest money moves ever. Peace and long live the revolution!